Hello. So today I have an amazing person here with me, and she's going to introduce herself and also tell you guys what we will be doing today. So over to you.
Hi Toby, thanks for having me. My name is Mfon and I work in the energy sector as a young professional. Yes, and today we're talking about public speaking, and I have the fear of public speaking, and I'm so glad that we're discussing overcoming the fear of public speaking as it relates to our careers.
Amazing. Nice to have you here, Mfon. To be honest, I don't think you have the fear of public speaking.
Oh, really?
Yes. I think you're just afraid of what's going to come out of your mouth when you speak. Yes. So the fear of, oh, am I sure I'm saying the right thing? Or am I sure that this even makes sense? I think that's probably what you're afraid of. But full disclaimer, I am not a public speaking coach. I feel like I emphasize this all the time. I'm just someone that has taken intentional steps to develop myself and to grow in public speaking space. And I've also just been deliberate about learning. So the challenge I had in the past was I spoke too fast, and I'm sure that you can tell sometimes. I also had a very low voice, and then my voice typically would sound very monotonous. So I felt like it was important for me to develop it and just spend time just becoming better. And this is me sharing what I've learned and also sharing with Mfon what I've learned and how I have grown so far on this journey.
Okay. So thank you very much, Toby. Before we dive right into the Q&A session, I just want to give like a brief introduction, as to why I think it's important that we are discussing, public speaking and its challenges. So for us technical folks, sometimes we're given our KPIs. We already know our KPIs, and we're given projects to execute. We go ahead and execute them, and this is our conclusion. This is it. But when it comes to brainstorming sections, we struggle because we are always like, oh my God, I have to say something, and we have these ideas in our head, but we don't know how to. We have this vision that we want senior management to also take hold of, but we don't know how to convey or communicate to management that this is what we want, this is the idea behind it, and we want them to actually believe that what we are saying is what's going to make the company move forward. So having experienced that, we tend to just withdraw back and just stay in our cocoon, so I started noticing that people that rise up in the ranks, that take positions in a company are good communicators. And I realized that, you have to go back to this public speaking, or you have to be able to stand and say your ideas and sell it.
Yeah.
So which takes me to our first question, Toby. What is public speaking, and are workplace presentations, such as those delivered during meetings or workshops, considered a form of public speaking?
That's a very interesting question. And I think, honestly, this is where most of us get it wrong. We always think that public speaking is something very big. We need to have a stage. It needs to be like over 1,000 people. But technically, public speaking is any live oral presentation that we're doing to a group of people to maybe persuade them, to inform them, to entertain them, to inspire them. So it could be to a group of people, it could be to 1,000 strangers, but it does not necessarily require a stage.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily require a spotlight. So that workplace presentation is public speaking, because you're speaking to some people and there is a purpose to it. There is something that we're trying to achieve with it. So you want to sell an idea, you want to sell a story, you want to sell a quote, you want to give information. So that is public speaking. So the meeting with your manager on Monday morning is you actually speaking in public. It's really not about how many people are in the room. It's what you are able to sell and how you get people to listen to you and listen to the quality of what you're putting out. So what's the purpose of what you're trying to sell? And do you want to inspire, persuade, entertain, or inform people? Then it is public speaking.
That's so excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much, Toby. So to my next question, why do many capable and intelligent people actually struggle with public speaking?
So the truth is that we're not always afraid of speaking. We're afraid of being judged by what we say. We're afraid that when we speak, we are going to stutter, or we're afraid that what we have said does not make sense. So we sort of like want to hold back the information and also want to hold back the value that we're giving just because of that fear that we have. So that's why most professionals shy away from public speaking. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. The next question would be, we'll be talking about confidence, because to actually speak out, you have to be a little bit confident that, okay, I'm going to say this. So to my question about confidence, is confidence something that we are born with, or is it a skill that, you know, we learn through practice? And how can someone build confidence to speak up during meetings, especially when you have senior management, the bosses in the room?
So I think that confidence is absolutely something that we can learn. And I'm going to give us a practical example. So I remember when I first started learning to drive, and my friends are probably laughing at this video because, oh my God. Yes. I remember the first time I had to drive on 3rd Mainland Bridge. I literally was driving on 30 kilometers. No kidding. All the cars were passing me. I was holding the steering, family. And then I was looking right. Yes. I was just staying at one corner, and then I'm sure probably someone was probably wondering what's wrong with this girl, right? But if you look at me and I'm driving now, you're like, oh boy, I can even be in the car and be having a conversation with someone. But that's because I spent time building confidence. The more I practiced, the better I became. The more I picked up the car, got in the car, started driving, I became better and I became more confident. So I would say that confidence is something we can absolutely build. The more we practice, the more we are intentional about developing ourselves, the more we are intentional about speaking up. So maybe today you speak for 2 minutes, tomorrow you speak for 3 minutes. The more you're intentional about it, the better you'll become. It's also like going to the gym, all right? The first day you went to the gym, I'm sure as you were picking up the dumbbells, you're like, what the hell is going on here? Excuse my French. But like the better you got, like the reps, and you could see it as your reps increased, you were also seeing the muscles start to form, right? So confidence is something that we build over time. The more we practice, the more we are intentional, the more we are consistent, we get better. Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, moving on to the next question. Thank you so much. What are the best ways to prepare and practice before delivering a speech or presentation? And how do you structure a speech or presentation so that your message is clear, it's engaging, and memorable?
Interesting question again. So I would say the first thing for me is know your audience. Who are you speaking to? So for example, if you're speaking to the MD, the quality of what you're giving to him is top line. You want to just share with him what are the key issues, what are your recommendations, this is the scenario that I believe that we should work with. If you're speaking to your peers or your direct reports, you want to give more data, you want to give more context. So you want to understand who is the audience I'm speaking to. Secondly, what is the purpose of this speech? Or what is the purpose of this presentation? Am I trying to give this presentation to get their buy-in from senior leaders? Do I want them to take action immediately after this presentation is done? Do I want to just inform them? Am I just sending this email or doing this PowerPoint slides because I want to inform people? Right? So you need to be clear on what's your purpose. So number one, who is your audience? The second thing is what is the purpose and what are you trying to sell or what are you trying to do? The third thing I would say is the structure of the presentation or the structure of the slides. So you want to have a clear introduction, a clear body, and a clear conclusion. So think about your introduction, especially for technical people. Think about your introduction as an executive summary or something that gives them insights and data into what you want to talk about. Because you want them to immediately see your presentation and just get it, right? So you want to have maybe it's an inspiring quote, maybe it's a fact, maybe key data highlights, just to say, maybe you say something like, 70 million people. So something that calls their attention, that makes them want to listen. And then in your body, you want to stick to 2 to 3 main points and have clear examples to buttress this 2 to 3 main points that you're giving them. And you want a conclusion that will get them to what you want to achieve. So do you want them to take action immediately after this, right? Or do you want them to just go with some key takeaways? So your conclusion shouldn't just be, thank you, right? It should also just be, this is what I want you guys to actually do from this presentation and from this slide. So it should get people to actually take action. So that's what you want to do. Then you want to practice. Most of us practice in our head. So we finish the PowerPoint and we just leave it in our head. But you actually need to practice. You need to look at your slides, like look at what is in front of you and actually like, okay, because once it's not just in your head, you're looking at it, you're saying, okay, maybe I need to add something here. Maybe I need to put more information here. So you need to spend some time practicing, spend some time just developing your slides as well. Just spend time internalizing it and knowing it. Then you need to practice for the unexpected. So you need to practice for, what if my slides go wrong?
Okay.
What if the clicker does not work? What if... So you need to know your message. So know your message beyond the content of your slides. Know what you really want to talk to them about. Because sometimes you can get into a meeting, you have 10 slides that you want to share, and then the MD or the person you're presenting just like, give me top line. Because there's no time. So you don't have the time to now start going through, oh guys, okay, so the way I planned it, I wanted to do slide 1, slide 2. You need to know your message so that you can actually just flow naturally and just say, oh, this is the message, right? This is top line. So you want a situation where the MD just comes and you just give him top line. So I would say that to prepare, you need to know your audience, number 1, be clear on your purpose, have a clear instruction body conclusion, prepare for the unexpected, and practice. Practice, practice, practice. The more you practice, the better you get, the better you become. So don't prepare just to deliver the presentation. Practice out loud, not in your head like a lot of us do. Make sure that you spend time practicing out loud. Rehearse as many times as possible till you know your message in your gut.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We will try to practice out loud before we attend any meeting with management. All right. Moving on to our next question. How important is body language, eye contact, vocal tone in delivering a confident presentation? And what practical steps can someone take to overcome the fear of speaking in front of an audience?
That's a very interesting question. I think they are very important. Varying your voice, because that's something that I used to struggle with and something that I'm still learning. Varying your voice, using your body, as well as just knowing how to own the stage and own the environment. But I think that what a lot of us try to do is we try to become other people. I don't think that public speaking or speaking in public requires us to be other people. I think we can be ourselves and still show up strong and still be able to deliver an amazing presentation. And I'll give myself as an example. My voice was tiny for a number of years, right? And people used to mimic my voice a lot. So I wanted my voice to start sounding deep. Okay. Because I thought that people would respect me more when my voice is deeper, baritone. I thought people would respect me more and I would get more attention. But I realized later that that was not me. What I needed to learn how to do was to own my own voice and learn how to use my voice texture and use it to my advantage. I needed to learn, how do I use my chest? How do I use my head voice? How do I use my voice in such a way that I can still command the room and yet still be me? So I think a lot of us sometimes want to become somebody else. You want to become like that speaker that you admire. But what is important is knowing your voice type, knowing your personality, and working around it. So how can you practically maintain eye contact? How can you use your body? How can you use your voice without becoming someone else? I would say a tip that they've shared with me, my Toastmasters, my mentor has shared with me is when you get into a room, try to look at different angles within the room. Look to your left, look to your right, look to the center. And try to pick one person in the room at different sections that you're looking at. Not one poor person that you're looking at for 30 minutes, don't know. So you're looking at, okay, you want to make a point and you're saying public speaking is to inspire, is to persuade. So I'm looking at one person that is there and I'm just focusing my attention on that one person for a few seconds. And then I turn to the other side of the room. I look at the other side for a few seconds. Then I turn to the right side. I look for a few seconds. So that way you are scanning the different sections of the room and it also helps you to collect your thoughts. The second thing I would say is to pause and to breathe. So we want to rush and want to just get out what we want to say fast, like I'm doing now. We want to just get everything out of our mouths as fast as possible. But amazing speakers or the best public speakers I know, they don't rush. They let their words land. You rush because you just want to get it out. But you pause and you give yourself time to collect your thoughts. So what pausing does is it just gives you that time. It gives you space to gather yourself, gather your thoughts. So you're going to an interview, for example, and somebody asks you, tell me about yourself. You can actually say, thank you so much for that question. You're giving yourself time to pause and collect your thoughts in saying thank you so much for that question. Or you can actually just pause for like 5 seconds, count to 5. They're not going to beat you for saying, oh, tell me about yourself. And you're like, oh, my name is, nobody's going to beat you. But you've taken time to think about what you want to say and you've been able to process it. So what helps, especially when you're going on the stage for the first time, you're scared, go on the stage, you can pause. It feels a bit difficult. When you pause, you're able to get people's attention. They're like, okay, what does this person want to say to me? So pause, scan the different sides of the room, and then try as much as possible. Don't be too dramatic, but at the same time, you can use your body to tell your story. As you practice, your pace would improve, your stage awareness and your stage presence would improve as you practice. Even your eye contact would also improve as you practice. The other thing I would say is that confident speakers spend a lot of time practicing their lines. So if you notice when you're having a conversation with your friend, the words come naturally to you. You don't need to overthink it. But most of the time, because we've not practiced our words or practiced what we want to say, by the time we get out, we can freeze because we've not spent time internalizing what we want to do. So I would say that pause, first of all. You can do there's something they call 4-4-4. You inhale, you hold, you inhale for 4 seconds, you hold for 4 seconds, and then you exhale for 4 seconds, and then you repeat again. So it just gives you time to just breathe and collect your thoughts, and then you jump right into it, right? Also, using slides helps you navigate better and helps you as you connect. Yeah, I hope that helps.
Thank you so much. We're learning so much. I'm learning a lot. Okay, back to my next question. There's a book I have been reading, which is Why You Act the Way You Do by Tim LaHaye. And he talks about the 4 temperaments. He talks about those that are people that are categorized under the sanguines, the phlegmatics, the melancholic, and of course the choleric. So he categorizes people as some of them are reserved, and they are introverted. Some are introverted, while others are like outgoing, And do you think that our temperaments, with the way this book has categorized people, affects our ability to become confident public speakers? Or, of course, public speaking is a skill that anyone can master with practice. I know you've mentioned practicing, yes, but I want you to speak to the idea that some people are just naturally the way they are. So what do you think about this?
Okay, I'll use Salem King. Because Salem was sharing on his Instagram recently, and he said, do you guys know that I'm introverted? If you see Salem, would you think that he's introverted? Of course not. But he has stuff and he has value to give us. And would listen to Creator 101 or listen to any of his videos because there is something amazing that he has to give to us. So yes, our personalities affects the way we speak and the way we come across, but it doesn't determine the content of what we say and how great we would be as public speakers. Some of the best public speakers are introverted. Some of them don't even like being in a room. There are people that have said that they stutter. And I remember I was watching a video of someone on Instagram, and she said, oh, she would record, then she would pause, then she would record, and then she would cut everything up and clean it up. So understanding your personality helps you know how to respond to situations and how to respond to the particular thing that you want to do. But it doesn't affect, like it doesn't change that you can be the best public speaker. It doesn't change that you could even be the one that wins the world champion of public speaking. It doesn't change that. What it just does is you recognize that this is who I am and I need to adapt, or I need to put myself in certain situations to be able to deliver like exceptional results, or to be able to deliver great content to the audience. And the other thing I've seen that helps is when people know what they want to talk about, even whether you are introverted or not, you realize that people are able to speak well and speak confidently because they know their onions. They know that, oh, this is just what I want to say, and this is how I want to pass the message across. So while the temperaments could maybe affect, like at the beginning, in terms of understanding who you are, understanding your style, it doesn't stop you from being the best public speaker that we could have.
Thank you very much. Moving on to the next question. What daily or weekly habits, can I develop to continuously improve my public speaking skills and become a more influential communicator?
Okay. 2 things I would say. Number 1, clarity. Number 2, consistency. And I will start with consistency. So consistency for me, record yourself 2 minutes every day and watch it back. Just every day, just pick yourself up and just pick your camera or your voice recorder and you record yourself. Maybe you have a big presentation, just record it and listen back to yourself. You'll be able to hear your pace. You'll be able to hear, oh, this is how I sound. A lot of us don't like the sound of our own voices, but we need to learn to like it for us to become better. So you listen to yourself and be like, this is how I'm sounding. So I use like 10 pause fillers. Pause fillers are things like So it's like, is this what I was doing? Right? So you're able to hear yourself and you're able to course correct. So consistency, I would say, practice for 2 minutes every day and listen back to it. No more than 2 minutes. I think it would be great, really, to be honest. Clarity. Listening to speakers that you admire as well. So I go on YouTube a lot. I listen to people like Simon Sinek, people like Vusi. I can't pronounce his surname, by the way, so just forgive me in advance. People like Vusi, people like Barack, people like I just listen to different people's videos, Mujibade on Instagram. I listen to them. And what I'm hearing from them is, how do they sound, right? How do they pause? How are they conveying their message? So I'm not trying to sound like them. I'm just trying to pick different nuances from what they do to see how I can inculcate and how I can become better as well by listening to them. So sometimes I'll hear, oh, this is how he opened his presentation. And I'm like, okay, maybe that's something I could try. Or he paused when he was speaking and the audience actually it took time. The audience actually listened as he was speaking and making that point, right? So just listening to accomplished speakers as well, watching what they do, watching their nuances help. I would also say listening to audiobooks. I actually listen to Audio Bible, and I find it very interesting because when you're listening to Audio Bible, there's something, especially if you're listening to the NLT, or maybe Jackie Hill Perry did something with, I think it was NIV, I don't know the translation, but she did Audio Bible, and I was listening to how she paused. Sometimes the way she would even vary her tone when she wants to say, and Daniel went into the lion's den. And you're like, okay, this is something that I can learn, right? So listening to audiobooks, listening to people podcasts as well, listening a lot to podcasts. Harvard Business School has a podcast, HBR Review. There are so many amazing podcasts, the CEO podcast. Just listening to podcasts, listening to audiobooks, listening to some of our favorite speakers and hearing what they do, hearing how they sound and things that we can incorporate. So 2 things, clarity, listening to people, audiobooks, and consistency, recording yourself for at least 2 minutes every day. I think it's a game changer, honestly.
Okay, thank you so much. I think you've answered our next question, which was supposed to be
Okay.
the books, and the site, the TED Talks and the podcasts you would actually recommend.
Okay.
But I think
So I would still
what
like to answer that.
of course, the Bible. I've gotten the Bible from you. But also, yes, of course, any other additional books, any journals, any TED Talks shows we could watch, particular podcasts.
So for me, and I feel like people that watch me on this YouTube channel every time are probably tired of me saying it, and it's Toastmasters. So I joined Toastmasters in 2022. So I listened to a lot of amazing speakers. I listened to a lot of podcasts. I'd done a lot of things. But what Toastmasters helped me with, and I would like to emphasize it gave me a safe space to practice. So I would go for a Toastmasters meeting and practice. I would get feedback. By the next time, I should not make that mistake again. In fact, I remember the first time I went for a meeting, they said, oh, Toby, you gave 10 ahs, 10 ums. I'm like, why does that even matter? But the thing about pause fillers is it also affects the way you come across when you speak. So you need to be conscious of pause fillers, right? So Toastmasters gave me that safe space, that safe community to practice. So I would say Toastmasters. You can subscribe to their YouTube channel. You can join a Toastmasters club near you, or find a safe space that you can practice consistently. Because what we need to be better speakers is we need to practice consistently. You need someone or a SWOT team that would give you feedback at every point in time. When you go for a Toastmasters meeting, they use the sandwich method. They would recommend, oh, this is what you did well, Toby. This is what you can improve on, and then they will recommend something again. That alone in itself is feedback that you can quickly take and course correct as you go back and do your next presentation, so you don't make a mistake and you don't make any mistakes, basically. So I would say Toastmasters. Second thing I would say is listening to audiobooks. I already referenced that, but just listening to audiobooks, listening to podcasts, you have to observe. There's something observation does to you. It also starts to culture how you respond to different situations and to different things that are happening around you as well. So observe as well. I think that's something I would say. So Toastmasters and audiobooks, books, read and listen. We're running away from reading and listening, but yeah, you get the point.
Okay, here's a funny question for you. What's more dangerous to you during your public speaking sessions? Is it a dead microphone? Is it a dead PowerPoint? Your slides go away? Or is it a dead audience?
Okay, that's a funny question, like you said, because I feel like a dead microphone, you can project your voice. So if your microphone goes off, you just need to, you start shouting. Yes, you can project your voice. I think a dead PowerPoint, that's why you need to know your slides. I talked about it earlier. So you need to know your message, because anything can happen, anything can go wrong. But a dead audience, that one is hard, because you need to find a way to wake them up. You need to find a way to actually get them involved. So I would say maybe a dead audience, because that's tougher. Because microphone you can project, and PowerPoint you know your message, so you can wing it and fix. But a dead audience, you need to figure out tips, strategies. How do I wake them up? What games can I play? What do I like? Just what kind of things can I do that would get the audience to participate? So maybe it's an icebreaker and say, oh, guys, can we just turn to the person beside us and greet them? Or can you just say, oh, you like this person's outfit? Or something in those lines, right? So you want to look out for ways to wake the audience up. So yes, maybe a dead audience.
Okay, thank you so much. I have been learning a lot from you, and I'm sure other people have as well. And on to our final question. If you could give just one piece of advice, to someone who is watching right now, who has brilliant ideas, but is just so afraid to share them, whoever that person may be, what would it be?
I would say something that I saw on TikTok recently, and that is, you have a wealth of experience. Nobody else has lived the life that you've lived. Nobody else has gone through the experiences that you have. So why are you holding yourself back from sharing? You need to start talking. You need to be intentional about speaking. You need to spend time to develop yourself and practice so that you can get out what is in your mouth. You need to actually start, because the loudest speakers that we have are people that don't have so much stuff. Right? So you go on social media and you're like, oh, this person is very fluffy. But the reason why we have a lot of people that are fluffy on social media is because we, the people that have the expertise, that have the knowledge, that are good, that are sound, we're afraid to talk. We're holding ourselves back from sharing the amazing nuggets that we have. We're just hiding on the, like, you can't be a candle and keep hiding. You need to come out of the hiding. Step out of your comfort zone and actually start. So don't be afraid to start. You just need to pick up yourself, start, and get going. As you start, you get better. Like Pastor Aaron gave an example recently, and he said that a young man decides that he wants to leave his parents' house. From leaving his parents' house, he decides that, oh, I'm going to add furniture because he's gotten a house, right? Because he started seeing things on the way, and it became better. So he got furniture. Before you know it, you got a car. Before you knew it, he said, oh, I want to get married. But he had to start. He left his parents' house first. So you need to start. For example, myself, I was afraid to start for the longest, and I wasn't sure I wanted to share my journey. I didn't think it made sense enough. I didn't think people would resonate with it. But as I started getting better, right? And I'm evolving over time. If you don't start, you will never get better. You're just going to be there. So 2 years ago, somebody went for an MBA and you didn't apply for your MBA. 2 years later, the person is done and you're still where you are. So you need to start. Don't be afraid to start. Don't be afraid that people are going to judge you. Just start.
Thank you so much. My takeaway from this session has been confidence, practice, not only in your head, practice out loud,
yes.
And also be more involved in society, also read a lot of books, audios, keep developing yourself. And I really enjoyed this session. Thank you so much. I feel like I can take the mic now and go out to the streets and say, yes, I can do this.
Lovely. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm really excited to hear that. So of course, make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe to this channel for more. I remain Toby Kajero, and please stay tuned for more. We have so many amazing speakers that we would be interviewing. We know that you would learn a lot of valuable tips from them. So stay tuned. Cheers, and see you next week. Bye.